Hi, welcome to week 3 of Vlogmas 2025. I just woke up. We only have 3 days left of the jam calendar, and I figured since I don't work anymore in the mornings, we could do the tasting test together every morning. So let's do that. So today is cerise au baie rose, which is cherries with pink berries. I don't know who are the pink berries. And as I mentioned already, cherry jams are among my favorites. But those ones, they are a little bit sour. Not my favorite. And also I realized something. I ate breakfast with 2 types of bread. This bread, which is a very random white bread, and another one, it's called tresse in French, but I'm not sure if it's even a thing outside of Switzerland. It's the white bread with lots of butter, and it's shaped like a braid. But I don't know if it's called a braid bread. That would be weird. And this one is much more like, yeah, there is a lot of butter in it. So I'm wondering if all the jams that I loved were with the tresse braid, and the ones that I didn't really like were with this one, which is a little bit dry because I left it out for too long before freezing it. So I'm wondering if the taste test is a little bit biased because of that. Who knows? But I can feel the sourness of this one, and that is not linked to the bread. So it's just that, yeah, I think it's just not really my thing. But I'm gonna finish this piece of bread, maybe eat the second one and put more jam on the bread so that I can taste it better, and see then where I'm gonna rank it. Alright, finished the 2 pieces of bread. How do you say tartine in English? Tartine. So among the 4 categories I have you, I have okay, I have good, and excellent. So I'm gonna put this in okay. Yeah, I don't think it deserves better. Only 2 days left. So now I'm gonna go knit on my gift knit that I really need to finish, and I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna have the time to block it, but... And I'm also gonna unravel those. Can you say unravel about a hairdo? I don't know. And see what kind of waves we can get, because a few people mentioned in the comment that they were interested to see the result, so I'm gonna show that. the curls. They have held up pretty well. I don't know if you can see that because you're very far away. But considering yesterday night I went climbing and I had them in a very tight bun and I slept on them, I think it's not so bad. Pretty happy about them. Now, you may see underneath here, I have something black showing up. So I have two things to say about this dress. First, if you watched my every garment I need in 2025 video, I did mention this dress and I said I wasn't wearing it because it's superwash yarn and I store my knits hanged. As you can see, maybe here. They are hanging. Not sure if you can see that. And since this is superwash and it's a dress and there's a lot of fabric, it's completely stretched out at the underarms. So I wanted to add elastic in here to make it a bit higher, which means it's a little bit shorter than it was. But I think it's fine, actually. I'm still not a fan of the way it fits at the bottom. It has a bit of a weird shape, but I'm not even sure you can see that. It's probably a me problem. But I usually never wear bras. Never. I think it's been 6 years, 5 years since I wore bras in the last time. So yeah, it was a long time ago. But this is knitting and it's kind of a light color and it's not a particularly tight gauge. So it's a little bit see-through. I mean, not see-through, but you can tell I don't have a bra. And usually if I'm going out in town and I'm just doing grocery shopping or going to the beach or stuff like that, I really don't care if people can see anything. I'm not, how do you say that? Prude? Whatever. I really don't care. But here it's family and I'm like, I don't really want to be disrespectful or whatever to my brother and my dad. And I don't think being myself is disrespectful, but still, I have an option because I was chatting with my friend Leah yesterday and we were talking about bras without the metal wires and without pads and without anything, and that are just super comfortable and like a second skin that you don't feel. The type of thing you have when you're a teenager and you just start to have boobs and you just want to start wearing a bra but you don't need them yet. So those kind of things. And I kind of forgot about their existence, but Leah told me about them, reminded me of them. So I went ahead and bought some because I needed to buy those anyway. So I was like, I'm just gonna find a super thin bra without a structure or anything, and I found something, but there was only one left in my size and it was black and it doesn't really have, like, it has pretty thick straps, which is super comfortable, so that's nice, but it makes me too hot. I'm literally hot here. I want to take it off. It's really bothering me. I don't want this on me. I kind of feel like it's not tight but it's constricting because I'm so not used to wearing a bra. I hate it. So maybe I'm just gonna take it off and hope my hair are gonna cover what they need to cover so that my dad and my brother are not shocked by how not prude I am. I don't know how you say that. But yeah, I don't feel well. I'm gonna keep it on. I need to leave in an hour. No, 30 minutes. So I'm gonna keep it on for 30 minutes. Eat and see how I feel, and if I really hate it, I will take it off. I think it's not, the fact that you can see it peek through is not too problematic. I think it's fine. I can survive with that. But the main problem is that I don't like this feeling. It's not even tight. It's super thin. It's like microfiber thing, so it's light as a breeze, but still it's too much for me. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat and see how I feel in 30 minutes. There's also something else that's happening and that might not help the reason why this underlayer situation is bothering me so much, is that I really don't feel well. So I wanted to eat some pasta with tomato sauce, stuff like that, but I think if I try to eat that, I'm gonna puke. So I had to change plans. So I made myself a bowl of cereals. I have rolled oats, linen seeds, chia seeds, cacao powder, or however you call that. And I'm slicing an apple to add to it. and some dried cranberries, and hopefully I can eat that because I just drank a cup of tea, and it's not going well. It's not going down well. I don't feel, yeah. So I'm not gonna eat too much, and the problem is that tonight the Christmas celebration. Did I even tell you why I'm getting dressed? I don't think I did. Tonight is Christmas party with my family. We are a small family. I mean, no, we are a big family, but my parents, my brother and I, we don't like big family meetings, all of us. So we decided to do our own thing on our side solo a good long time ago. So we've been just doing Christmas, the four of us, my parents, my brother and I, for years. And this year it's at my brother's place. And I also invite Mr. Tinks because he's part of the small family now. So that's why I'm getting dressed up, and that's why I finished all the gifts this morning and I packed them, all of that. But I'm not feeling well. And tonight, so my brother is not a fan of cooking, neither am I. So we're gonna be eating raclette. Raclette is like the thing where you heat up cheese on a very small plate, and everyone has his own plate, and you put that on top of potatoes with some charcuterie stuff. Yeah, it's a very simple meal so that my brother doesn't have to cook too much. But it's mainly cheese, and it's a very fat cheese. So I'm not sure my stomach is going to be happy with that. So hopefully this little bowl of oats and seeds and apples and good things is going to fix me until tonight. And I'm going to be able to eat the raclette with everyone else. I don't know. My symptoms, I have a horrible headache, but that's been a whole week. My head hurts for a week, but I'm usually like pretty chill about headaches, and I just wait until they disappear. But this one doesn't go away. And my eyes hurt so bad. I feel like my eyeballs are gonna explode. It hurts so much, and that's very unusual. I don't know what it is. And since this morning, my skin hurts, like when you're about to become sick really bad. So yeah, I think this last symptom is the reason why the underlayer is bothering me so much, because it hurts my skin. I just don't want anything close to me right now, and I have the tights that are brand new, so they are pretty tight. And now the underlayer microfiber thing, which is thin, but it hurts. So I don't know. I really don't know. I just hope this is going to fix me. I took it off. I couldn't stand it. It's here. Is it weird if I show you my underwear? But I have worn it for like 10 minutes, so it's not my underwear yet. You can skip if you don't want to see that, but that's the piece. It's literally nothing. There is no elastic here. It's just the tiniest little piece of microfiber thing. I know it would be better if it's cotton, but cotton all have the elastic here, and I don't want an elastic. I just want the tiniest bit of fabric. So this is, yeah, there's literally nothing. It's just, yeah, you get the idea. And I found another solution to solve my issue of, how do you say that? Showing too much, because the dress is kind of see-through. And just put a layer on. Duh! So, problem solved. Now you cannot see anything, and I don't have to wear underwear. Day, it's day 24, so happy Christmas Eve, I guess. I feel like trash. I'm sick. And sorry about the situation, I just don't have the courage to clean around me. I wanted to come and talk to you about my switch up because I did quite a lot of progress this morning. I'm gonna have to set my hot water bottle so that it doesn't move because my belly hurts. So I did 3 squares this morning, so I did this one and then this one and this one. So I'm continuing along this line until I finish the 3rd row or line, depending on how you hold it. And I wanted to talk about the new colors I have added to the selection because last week when I finished the episode I showed you I had added 4 colors, so it was this one, this one, this one. Can I hold them with one hand? Yeah, kind of. And this one. So those 4. And then while I was editing, I also added this one. So I've added those 5 colors. And then when I published the video, so I continued thinking about this for a while. And then I went again into my bin of leftovers and full skeins, and I found this one, which is a yarn I absolutely love. The color is beautiful. It was a full skein. But same as for this one, I didn't really have a project in mind for it. And even though it's a yarn I love, it's been stressing me out for a while because I don't know what to do with it. So I was like, I might as well include it in the blanket. So I added also this one. And I also added this, which I didn't include at first because it's a bit too bright. Oh no. Yeah, in the whole scheme of the blanket, I thought it would be too out there, which it is, but at the same time I also have this orange one that's quite bright, and I also have this green that's, I mean, you cannot really see with the yellow light, but it's quite bright. It's not bright at all, but I promise it's like an apple acidic green. I figured I can just include it because I really don't know what to do with this, which means I have not 4 or 5, but those. I'm missing one. Where is it? Those that I have added. So I put all of those in the basket. And in the meantime, so one of the 3 squares I have completed this morning is this color. The wind is so strong, I feel like the whole building is going to be teared apart. So this is going into the other basket, and I also completed the square with this one. But I have a lot of this because the yardage of this yarn is extreme. Even though it's 50 gram, I think I have like, I don't know, oh, it's written here. Yeah, 170 meters, so that's a lot. And it got me thinking about a comment that I got on, I don't know what video, maybe it was week 2 or week 1, I don't even remember. And the person was suggesting I could double up some colors I have a lot of to avoid having too much of those colors when I get to the end of the blanket. Which was a great suggestion, except at the time when I answered to this comment, I thought I had too much yarn. So I thought I wouldn't run into the problem to having to repeat too many yarns at the end because I wasn't expecting to use everything. But then, in the meantime, I have made a lot of progress and I have managed to do some calculations on my yarn usage compared to how much I have in total. I mean, this and the other basket here. And I realized I don't have enough yarn and I'm gonna use up everything, which is why I am adding more colors in now. And I think now it's getting closer to having the right amount. So maybe some colors I'm gonna have leftovers of, but most of the colors I'm gonna run out of. So I think this advice of doubling up some colors since the beginning is a great advice, so I am gonna do that. So those 2, which I have a lot of because I have 2 balls of this one and this one has a huge meterage, I'm gonna double up. And if I count everything that's left in this basket with the new colors I have added plus those 2, and another one I forgot, I'm gonna unravel the top that's in the same yarn as the advent calendar. So I have wound up all the balls now, but yeah, you saw me warm them up, the little cute mini skins I had. It's the same yarn and it's a summer top I never wear and I've been wanting to unravel anyway for a while, but I didn't know what to do with the unraveled yarn. But now I know, I'm going to include it in the blanket. So I have this yarn as well. So all in all of those plus the top I'm going to unravel, I can finish this line here. So I'm missing 4 squares and then I can add a 4th one here, which means I'm going to have a rectangle that's 8 squares by 4, which means if I want to reach the same size blanket I had planned before, so before I had rectangles that were 8 squares long and 3 squares wide, and I wanted to repeat it 8 times over to do a big blanket. But if my new rectangle is 4 squares wide instead of 3, I need to repeat it only 6 times on the whole blanket instead of 8 times, because the base rectangle is bigger. Which means I only need to use each color 6 times instead of 8. And I think for most of the colors I can do that. I'm definitely going to run out of some colors, some that are in the other basket here and it's too far away, I cannot reach it. But I have a few colors here that I haven't counted in the total to finish this rectangle, because I have very little of them. So it's this one, and this one. I think with those I can only do 2 squares. So with those extra, I think whenever I run out of one color, I'm going to replace it with one of those. And hopefully that should get me to the end of the blanket without having to repeat too many colors too many times at the end of the blanket. So that's the plan. And I'm pretty sure by the time I get to the end of the blanket, I'm going to have more leftovers that I don't have yet because I haven't knitted the project yet. But I think I'm going to have more leftovers in the future that's going to take place of the other yarns I'm going to run out of before the end of the project. So that's the plan. And now that Christmas is over, Christmas with my family is over, and that's where I needed some gift knits. So the gift knits are done. I finished the cowl for my mom. I didn't have the time to wet block it, but I steam blocked it at least. So now I have a lot more knitting time. But I need to finish a sweater because I'm going to do a test call beginning of January. So I need to knit on that too. I cannot just only knit on this, unfortunately. But I do have a little bit more knitting time, hence why I knit 3 squares this morning. Speaking of the Christmas party, yesterday it was really chill and I was feeling so bad. I was so sick. I had to go to my parents' place by train so that we could go together to my brother's place in their car. And I felt like I was never going to make it to my parents' place because, yeah, my whole body was hurting and I was feeling so bad and I needed to pee and yeah, it was torture. And on the car ride from my parents' home to my brother's, it was even worse. I really felt like telling them to go back and just drop me at home because I couldn't. But fortunately, around the end of the ride, I managed to sleep for a little bit. So I took a nap and I felt so much better after that. I still wasn't feeling good, but at least I didn't want it to die anymore. So that was great. So I managed to at least survive the night, the Christmas party at my brother's place. And also my family is super chill, so they were fine with me not feeling the best and it was okay for everyone, so that was good. However, this morning it was back to the worst I had been feeling yesterday. I had a horrible night and yeah, during the whole morning it was just going downhill and I was feeling worse and worse. I took some painkillers and it took ages to kick in, but now I think it's doing effect. So I feel a little bit better, at least I can sit straight. And I have this on my belly because I tried to eat a bowl of cereal this morning, the same one I did yesterday. But I had cold milk because it was coming out of the fridge and I think the cold on my stomach was a terrible idea because then I started hurting like crazy and my belly was so painful. So I have this in an attempt to warm it up. So now I feel a little bit better, but still not great. And tomorrow is the Christmas party with Mr. Ting's family. And as I mentioned already, they are a lot. I think we're going to be 15 or something. There's going to be kids, it's going to be super noisy. I'm going to have to do like small talk with people I don't know or don't know well, and about subjects I'm not interested in. You know what? I'm going to show you my Christmas gift I received yesterday to lift me up, and then I'm going to continue knitting on something that makes me happy. Before we do the gift, while I'm sitting here right in front of the advent calendar, I can open day 24. However, when I arrived at my parents' place, I started chatting with my mom and my dad, and my mom, because I bought them also the jam advent calendar, so they had the same jam calendar as me. And my mom told me, oh, thank you for the advent calendar, it was so nice, we really loved the jams, all of that. And look at what I got in the last day. And she showed me something, and I was like, Mom, it's tomorrow, I haven't opened it yet. So she spoiled the surprise to me. So I know already what's in day 24. But yeah, I'm not gonna spoil the surprise to you, so I'm gonna show you. If I can open this without making everything fall. So how? So it comes in this little box. There is a message on the door. It says, Bonne maman vous souhaite de belles fêtes de fin d'année. So Bonne maman wishes you merry end of year holidays. Yeah, I don't know exactly how to translate that, but you get the idea. So in this box comes, it's too lightweight to be the pâte à tartiner noisette et cacao. So it's not a big jar of this one. So that's a relief at least. But in this box comes this little thing, which you can light up. It's really cute. It's really sweet. Absolutely not what I expected. I thought it would be something edible. This is not, but it's cute, so why not? So I guess I can put that behind me when I film, at least for a while. So yeah, that was day 24th surprise. That was spoiled by my mom, but I don't think she even knew I had the same calendar. She didn't think it through, and it's fine. It's fine. And regarding the ranking of the jams, I haven't tried yesterday's jam because I wasn't feeling like eating jam. So let me do a quick try this morning. So it's mangue et gingembre. Ooh. I hate it. I really hate it. So it goes to the U category. But the good news is that my dad absolutely loves all the acidic and sour stuff, so I'm gonna give all the orange, yuzu, pamplemousse. So yeah, I'm gonna give all of those to him. He's gonna be super happy because I don't want to eat them. So I guess that's it for the jam calendar. So in conclusion, my favorites are still myrtille et litchi à la rose, so blueberries and lychees with rose, and the pomme with caramel and cinnamon. Still my favorites, so maybe one day I can buy a pot of those two, because I really enjoy them. Let's talk about my Christmas gift. So I have two bags here. So I received this from Mr. Things, because you may have seen, I think it was in week 2, we were playing this game with friends, and I really enjoyed the game, so Mr. Things got it for me, because you can also play it with 2 people, so we can play that together. Then this was a shared gift for Mr. Things and I. It's electric, how do you say that? Brush tooth? We don't have those. I mean, Mr. Things has an electric thing at home, but he doesn't have one at my place. I don't know how my mom can be in our heads sometimes, but yeah, she just knows what we need. So, thank you, Mom. This is very funny. I don't think it's something you have seen before. You can try to guess what it is. I had no idea. I couldn't guess. So it looks a bit like a kind of a tree. And you can take those off. I will try to show you. So if I use, what do I have here? I don't have anything. I'm gonna use this. Now it's flat underneath here, and when you take it off, it comes up again. So it's a, I don't even know how to say that. It's a dessous de plat, something you put below a big pot or something. And it's this funny shape that collapses. It's just so cute. And when you don't use them, you can just have them on this little tree. So it doesn't take too much room, and it's cute, and yeah, such a thoughtful gift. And it's handmade. My mom got this at the local Christmas market. This is also from my mom. It's a pajama set. I'm not going to show you completely, but yeah, it's a pants and a sweater. It's super warm and cuddly. It's like this fluffy, acrylic-y thing material, but it's very warm. I prefer to put on layers like this rather than turn on the heating. So this is a perfect gift for me. And the last gift is from my brother. I was really not expecting that. That's an amazing gift. So it's this bad boy. It's a smartwatch, Samsung thing, because I have a Samsung phone. So he asked me like a month ago what phone I had, and I was like, I have a Samsung Galaxy thing, and I was like, why? And he said something like, because. So I never knew why, but now I understand. He wanted to select a watch that would fit my phone. However, for comparison, so this is the watch I usually wear. I mean, I don't wear it anymore because since I started climbing, I cannot climb with the watch on because I'm gonna scrape it everywhere. And if I have to remove it every time I climb, I'm just gonna lose it, put it somewhere and then forget it there. So I just stopped wearing my watch. But I'm just gonna show you. So this is the size of the thing. I have very tiny wrist, like really, really tiny. And this is the size of my watch. And this is the size of the smartwatch. So literally the screen is the size of my wrist. If I put it here. So I don't know how I'm gonna wear it. I think I should wear it up here. Because if I try to close it with the smallest hole, so if I close it here, oh, it closes on the inside, so that helps at least. But yeah, it's it's moving around quite a bit. It's just a bit too big, and yeah, it can turn. So I'm not sure how to wear it. Maybe I can make it a bit bigger and then wear it down here so that it stays on my wrist. I don't know, I'm gonna have to find something, but yeah. So thanks, brother. And that's it. Oh no! This bad boy was a gift from Sandy, from my local yarn shop. I don't know how it's called exactly. The name of the brand is Tiny Garden, and I think she's friends with the girl that makes those and that has the brand. And I don't know if you can really see, but there's a very cute plant inside, which is funny because I actually have the same plant right here, but it's not in a great shape. So I have high hopes in this contained thing. I'm gonna be able to make it survive for a little bit longer. Yeah, it's cute and tiny for now. I mean, it's a tiny garden and it's just such a beautiful object. I mean, you cannot really see anything because of the glare, but yeah. Hopefully I can make this one survive. It's looking good. I would love to put it in the back of the living room when I film so that you can see it, but it's too dark there. It's certainly gonna die, so I think it's gonna be here next to the kitchen window. So hopefully it should do well, but we will see. Anyway, that was my Christmas gift. Hope you enjoyed. And I'm now gonna go knit. I should eat something. It's almost 2 o'clock. But I don't want to eat. My belly hurts. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it. And I will see you again later.
Santa, I've been good this year. Make your list and check it twice. I'll leave you a note right here underneath the Christmas lights. Carols and bells, none of them help. I still feel blue. I just wanna fall in love this Christmas. I don't need a fancy watch. You can give the elves a break. No, you can't make it in the shop, and you can't put it on your sleigh. You know me so well that nobody else can do what you do. I just wanna fall in love this Christmas. I just wanna fall in love. The wrapping paper, your ribbon and bow. I don't need that extra stuff. Oh, I just wanna fall in love. Santa, I've been good this year. Make your list and check it twice. I'll leave you a note right here underneath the Christmas lights. Me so well, and nobody else can do what you do. I just wanna fall in love this Christmas. I just wanna fall in love. Fall in love. Just wanna fall in love.
Silent night, I only have one wish for that shooting star. Holy night, send me someone to love so I can hold their hand while we're ice skating around the tree in Central Park. Kiss them under the mistletoe. Oh, I want a Christmas kind of spark. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid sent his arrow straight to my heart? I wanna fall in love this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all. Turtle doves and all my favorite things come in sets up too. So does love. Send me someone I can talk to. We'll share stories about childhood memories of Christmas past. Chestnuts on an open fire and another log to make it last. We'll build Frosty the Snowman and dance along with the Christmas band, and then we'll fly like two old lovebirds walking around a winter wonderland. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid sent his arrow straight to my heart? I wanna fall in love this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all. Send me an extra stocking to hang next to me on the wall. Santa, send me a lot for Christmas, so that would be the greatest gift of all. Send me a lot for Christmas, that would be the greatest gift of Santa.
Hi, it's day 28. Doesn't really matter. It is the last day of Vlogmas, and I'm coming here today to film a little outro for this month knitting adventures. So let me show you what I did this morning. So I did a little bit of progress on this bad boy. I say a little bit, but now the rows are so long that this doesn't look like much. but it's a ton of progress. And I have this much left of this color. So I have calculated. So I have made 8 garter ridges, so 16 rows, and I think I'm halfway through. So I think I can do 16 garter ridges, and I timed myself again to see how long it takes me to do one whole row now, and it's less than 7 minutes. So it's not really taking longer than when I was down here, when I measured the last time. So I calculated that if I have 16 more rows to go with this color, and it takes less than 7 minutes per row, it should take me less than 2 hours to complete this color, which is definitely doable today. But when I finish, it's gonna be dark, so I cannot wait until I finish this to film this segment. And I think once I'm done with this color, not I think, the plan is to stop increasing, because right now I'm doing a triangle. So I'm increasing on both sides. And what I'm gonna do is continue increasing on one side, and I'm gonna decrease on the other side. That way, the stitch count is going to stay the same. So instead of having a triangle, so I'm gonna have the base triangle, and then on one edge, I will continue increasing, and on the other edge, I will decrease. So I'm gonna have 2 parallel edges. So I'm gonna not square out, but rectangle out my triangle. And when this edge feels like it's long enough, I'm gonna start decreasing on this corner as well. Create a corner by starting to decrease. And then I'm gonna finish with another triangle with decreases this time. And I'm gonna have a rectangular blanket. So that's the plan. And I definitely don't have enough yarn to do all of this. However, I think I have enough to do the straight part, at least the big chunk of the straight part. But that's gonna be for 2026, obviously. But I'm very, very happy with the progress I made up until now. So let me show you the full thing so you can see the colors. I think someone commented that it's... Wait, I have to find the comment again because I can't remember. But I just read it and I was like, oh yeah, that's true. But then I immediately forgot what was written. So let me find it again. It definitely doesn't look scrappy, but carefully and harmoniously gradient-y. Carefully and harmoniously gradient-y. So yeah, I think that's the best description I can do of this. It's not scrappy, but it's harmonious and careful, and it feels like me. So super happy about that. Very pleased with my progress. I don't know how much this weighs, and it's gonna be difficult to weigh because my scale is small, so I'm not sure I can put that on top of it. But I think by the end of the day, when I'm done with this, it's gonna be around 400 grams, maybe a little bit less, between 350 and 400 grams. So that's a good chunk out of stash. And as you saw before, I managed to fit all my knitted and stash plus the blanket, the colorwork blanket work in progress into a smaller box that now fits into the shelf. And it feels so good to finally not have this box in the middle of the, it wasn't in the middle of the way, but yeah, just in the middle of the living room. That was my goal, definitely. I just wanted this box out of the way, and now it is, so I reached my goal. And I'm super pleased. So that's it for this one. And for the other blanket, the switch up, I haven't touched it since the last time I talked about it because I forgot to ask Mr. Things to select colors, so I couldn't really make progress on it. So it's still in this stage. It's still beautiful. I still really love it. It's kind of different. It's quite different from the other one, coloring-wise, I guess. It's a bit more scrappy, but I think it's still harmonious and I forgot already the other word, but yeah, it's still like the comment said before. So yeah, I'm also super, super pleased about this. And as you saw, I also went ahead and unraveled the 2 summer tops I wasn't wearing. So I have, wait, how am I gonna do this? I have more yarn that I can add to this basket. And I have the other one here. So this is the yarn I have already included in the blanket, plus the main color balls. And this is the yarn I need to still include, so that's a lot of yarn. What I wanted to do is weigh this blanket because I don't have any needles in, and I can kind of fold it down to a more practical size. So I'm gonna try to weigh it to see how much I have knit, because it's just way too difficult to keep track of each and every single triangle whenever I put the yarn in, so I just gave up on that. How am I gonna do this? Like this? I'm gonna have to go on the ground. Okay, so it's about 267 grams, I think. Not bad, really not bad. I had no goals at all, so I'm just happy, I guess. I cannot be disappointed because I didn't have any goals. So 267 grams, which means in total for the 2 blankets, I'm at about a bit more than 600 grams out of stash, which is good. However, now that I have unraveled those 2, I have like 150 grams added to my stash, even though I didn't buy any yarn. Anyway, let's just ignore that. So I guess it's not so bad for 1 month of on and off knitting, because I had a lot of gift knitting to do, and I also knit a lot on my current sweater work in progress. I can show you because it's so cool. This is my Patagonia Peaks Light. So I picked it back up, I don't remember when, but it was a few days ago, and the body was like here, so I have knit this much of the body. You cannot really see it, but there is, I promise in real life you can see the difference. You really cannot see anything. I don't care, whatever. So this took a lot of my knitting time, plus the gift knitting, etc. So yeah, I have knit quite a lot during this month. Now, for counting down how much yarn I have removed from stash effectively, I think I'm just gonna remove the totals, like 267 and then 300 and whatever of this, of the total yarn stash. I'm not gonna go about with all the single little quantities I have used up of all the colors. And for next year, I'm gonna count all of this blanket yarn plus the yellow basket into one yarn. That way it's gonna be much easier to count. And if when I finish the blanket I still have yarn left, I'm just gonna make decorated socks or something like that with them, or just add them to stash separately at that point. But for the rest of the year, when I finish those blankets, I'm not gonna be too fussy about the quantities and what yarn is what. It's not the point. I don't want to make my life too complicated, so I'm just gonna simplify things. So hopefully in the course of 2026, I can finish those. I think I would like to finish them before next year's Advent season, so that for next Advent season, I mean next December, I can do other projects, just to change things up. So that's going to be my challenge for 2026, is to finish those blankets. And the other ones I also have on the go. I have 2 other blanket weights, but whatever. So I think that's it for this year's Vlogmas. I hope you enjoyed the series. I'm still a little bit sick. I definitely feel like I'm gonna throw up every time I try to eat something. And now my throat also is starting to hurt. I think up until now I had like a stomach bug or something. And now it's starting to become the flu. Yeah, I don't really know. It's a mess. I don't feel super well, so I'm definitely gonna leave you here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being with me during this whole month. I hope you enjoyed the adventure. I hope you made some progress on your Advent knitting, on your gift knitting, on whatever knitting you are doing, or crochet or sewing or whatever. I hope you made some good progress. I hope you enjoyed the season, and I hope you're gonna take some much needed relaxing time during the weird, I have no idea what day it is, season we are currently in. And I hope to see you again next year for the Stashing Down challenge that I'm gonna film throughout the whole year, and for the podcast episodes, and for whatever I'm gonna come up with next year. And I hope to share that with you all when it comes. So with that, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your comments, thank you for your likes, thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again next time. Happy knitting, I love you, bye. And Happy New Year. I forgot that one.